Hey guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. If you're new here, I post these videos every Sunday to share some of our meal ideas with you and hopefully give you some dinner inspiration for the coming week. All of our meals are budget friendly and delicious, so make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future dinner ideas. Also make sure you stick around to the end of the video to see my favorite meal of the week. This week started off with a cheeseburger pizza. We started with our homemade pizza dough, and I'm going to leave that recipe down in the description box below. We spread out our ground beef onto a foil-lined baking sheet and seasoned it with Adam's seasoning mix, and baked it in the oven at 375 for about 15 to 20 minutes until the meat was browned. Then we made our burger sauce, which is some mayonnaise, salt and pepper, yellow mustard, some Texas Pete hot sauce, a little bit of barbecue sauce, and we also added in a splash of pickle juice. We folded some mozzarella cheese into the crust and then brushed it with some melted butter and sprinkled on some sesame seeds. Then we pre-baked our crust in a 425-degree oven for about 5 minutes. Now we're just going to add on our burger sauce, followed by our giant hamburger patty and lots of cheese. We used a bunch of shredded Mexican blend cheese and some sliced American cheese. Then we put it back in the oven at 425 for about 15 minutes more. When it was all done, we topped it off with the usual cheeseburger toppings, some shredded lettuce, sliced dill pickles, some diced sweet onion, and sliced tomatoes. And this turned out so delicious, you guys. All the goodness of a cheeseburger on a stuffed crust pizza. For dinner number 2, we made a sheet pan enchilada. We made some avocado dip to go with this. We're using a mix of lemon pepper seasoning, everything seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, and salt and pepper. We also added some lime juice and sour cream. Then we added in our avocado and blended it all up with our immersion blender. And now we're going to get started on the enchilada. We added a few tablespoons of enchilada sauce to our rice along with some butter. Then we brushed our baking sheet with some melted butter and spread out our tortillas, making sure they overlapped a little bit so nothing leaks out. Then we added our cooked ground beef that we seasoned with taco seasoning. On top of the meat, we added some refried beans that we mixed with a little bit of beef broth. Then we added on our rice. And a whole bunch of shredded Mexican blend cheese. Next came the best part, a layer of spicy nacho Doritos, as well as some sliced black olives. Then we just folded it all up inside the tortillas and weighed it down with another baking sheet. Then we baked this at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. Covered it with enchilada sauce and cheese and put it back in the oven until the cheese was all melted and bubbly. This turned out so good. We topped it off with some shredded lettuce, some chopped onion, sliced tomatoes, and cilantro, and served it with some sour cream and our avocado dip on the side. Next up, we had a chicken bacon deep dish pizza. We just cooked up a chicken breast that we seasoned with some garlic powder, onion powder, seasoned salt, dried parsley, salt and pepper, and olive oil. And then we made our homemade marinara sauce, which I'll have down in the description box below. We sprayed our springform pan and coated the bottom with some cornmeal before we added our crust. Then we pre-baked the crust at 425 degrees for about 5 minutes. Then we brushed it with some melted butter with garlic and parsley and started adding our toppings. First came our marinara sauce, then some shredded mozzarella cheese, our cooked sliced chicken, some crispy bacon, and then we made a second layer of sauce, cheese, chicken, and bacon and topped it off with some fresh mozzarella cheese. Then we baked it about 15 minutes more until our crust was golden brown. This pizza turned out so good, you guys. We just had a salad on the side. Finally, we have pineapple spam grilled cheese sandwiches, and this was definitely my favorite meal of the week. Here we're making our cheese mixture for our sandwiches. We used half a block of cream cheese, which is about 4 ounces. Then we added in about 3 tablespoons of pineapple juice. Then we just blended this up until it was smooth. Next, we added in some onion powder, garlic powder, a squirt of sriracha, and some mozzarella cheese. We toasted up the inside of our ciabatta rolls before we made our sandwiches. Then added on our cheese mixture and fried Spam and some extra mozzarella. Then we just toasted them in the oven until they were golden and crispy and cheesy and amazing. And these were so good with some curly fries on the side. Thank you guys so much for watching this week's video. If you enjoyed these videos, please remember to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. We make What's for Dinner videos every Sunday.